CERT, or Community Emergency Response Team, is a group of volunteer citizens who are trained to assist in their neighborhoods for emergency and mass casualty response situations. There's also a teen program, and Officer Harry Sosa and Noah Gore are here to tell us all about the Lowcountry Teen chapter of CERT and how it can benefit your community. Gentlemen, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Great to have you here. Noah, tell me about CERT a little bit and what you guys do out in the community.
Well, what we do in the community is we are active in trying to get the word out for emergency response and disaster preparedness. And what we do is we go to meetings and we train on how to respond to the disasters, how to be prepared for them. And then we're trained for first aid and fire preparedness, and we're really just there to help out and get the word out on being prepared.
Yeah, absolutely. Officer, tell me about how valuable it is to have kids like this that are already trained and working towards being responsible community members that can help out if a situation arises.
Well, that's one of the reasons why we started the program. The truth is, we want these people to be out there and be prepared, because when we respond as first responders, we might be a good 2-5 minutes later than when the incident occurred. If he's already in the neighborhood and he can go and turn off that water valve or that electrical switch, it saves us time and it helps us out.
So it's kind of teaching you to be a good bystander, too.
Correct.
Well, Noah, what are some of the situations that you guys have been training for specifically?
The situation we've been training for is, say you've got a power outage, but the power lines drop and you've got problems with the house and there's, say, a small fire, and the electricity goes out, but the electricity's still on, and that can be a very big hazard for the people going in to help or the people coming out.
Yeah.
And what we can do is we're trained to turn it off, make sure all the extremities are off and safe for extracting the injured parties.
Very cool. Now, you guys also do some medical training as well, right?
We're trained in first aid, and what's great about that is it gives you a confidence to react to smaller injuries. And what's great is my brother actually had an accident at work one day.
Oh, wow.
He had boiling water spilt on him, and if he had not been trained, the doctor said he'd had some very serious scarring, and it would have affected him later on.
So tell me about these training sessions a little bit. How often does it last, and is it a bunch of teens? You guys just kind of get together and talk about things? Is there somebody leading the group?
We have Officer Sosa here and his partner, Valerie White. We meet at the headquarters for the police department, and we meet there, and we are trained by them in first aid, and we're going to be trained in CPR. We have meetings at other places too as well, and we're just trained for those things.
Officer Sosa, tell me about how many kids you got in the group.
Well, right now there's 16.
Yeah.
And what we like about the training is I'm not the only one. We try to make it a tri-county thing. So believe it or not, we've got instructors from North Charleston, Mount Pleasant, on any part of the department that we feel we can take and utilize for them to learn something.
Are these kids that want a future in law enforcement or firefighting, or are they just regular kids that want to make a difference?
That's interesting. We do focus on 4 careers. So it'd be firefighting, law enforcement. We also focus on EMS and emergency response or emergency management. But the truth is, even if you became an accountant like I was, I would still want to know how to do CPR, first aid, any type of situation where I can rescue someone where I'm working.
Absolutely, because it seems to me, and you probably see it each and every day out on the street, that people kind of freeze up in these situations.
They do, and they practice that as well. They do have some circumstances where they freeze up. But one example I saw was one of the smaller kids in the clubs froze in the situation, and the older kids stepped up and took over and started helping. So it worked out really well.
Yeah, now you just became a captain for your Teen
sir.
CERT program, right?
Yes, sir.
And tell me about that responsibility and how it's kind of changing you as a person.
It gives you a lot of leadership abilities, and it trains you to be a better leader, and it really helps around in the community, and where you work is a good place.
Yeah.
And it gives you team training as well.
Well, no, that sounds fantastic, and we thank you for all you're doing, helping keep us safe out on the streets. Officer Sosa, how can people get involved in this program if they want to sign up?
Basically, what we tell people is contact us on Facebook. It's usually the fastest.
Yeah.
It's Teen CERT Explorer Post 9/11. We're the only one in the whole United States. So that's good. And then if not, the adult version is LCERT, lcert.org, in which case, if you're interested as an adult, you can also join that way, too.
Okay, so either teens or adults can get involved.
We focus on the teens because we love them. And then the adults can find their own way. No, lcert.org. So.
Well, all the information right there on your screen. Go check it out. Make a difference in your community. Officer, thank you so much. And Noah, congratulations. Thanks for coming on and being a hero.
Thanks for having us.
We appreciate it. All right, more Lowcountry Live coming up after the break.